Sago, and welcome to our update for April 2018. Today is April 13th, Friday the 13th, so it'll be a busy daytime around here with everyone heading to Port Dover on their motorcycles. So we'll start with our Public Works update. It is a very exciting time for Six Nations, and people can expect to see a lot of activity and change around the community, as we are very proud to announce that the 57th term of the Six Nations Elected Council has secured over $17 million in capital project, O&M, and vehicle purchase funding since the election in November of 2016. This funding will be used to lay the foundation for future generations so that they may enjoy a better quality of life. We are taking crucial steps towards addressing our housing, water, wastewater, education, solid waste disposal, bridges, roads, drainage, fire protection, and economic development needs in 2018 and for years to come. The Council did secure $10.35 million of funding from the Indigenous Services Canada, the former Indian Affairs, or the new name for Indian Affairs, to extend the water main to the I.L. Thomas and O.M. Smith elementary schools. This project was awarded to A6N, which is our own business here, and they have started to work at the intersection of 4th Line and Onondaga Road, working their way east on 4th Line. This project will be completed by November. During this time, the community can expect rolling lane closures and temporary laneway interruptions throughout the project area. The extension routes are also posted on www.sixnations.ca. You can also follow Six Nations Council on Facebook and Twitter for updates. More information on connecting to the water main will come and will follow in future updates. And we are also excited to announce that we have been granted $1.2 million from the Six Nations Economic Development Trust Fund to complete another partial water main extension east on 4th Line from Cayuga Road toward the Oneida Business Park. Currently, there is a shortfall of $500,000 to reach the Oneida Business Park, and we are actively seeking this funding to complete our Phase 1 water main expansion by the end of 2018. And one of the areas we're looking at is the Community Trust. We're trying to get that money out of them. So please be advised that once the water mains are in, community members will have to pay for their connections to the water main. For those community members who are not included in the Phase 1 expansion area, please rest assured that we are going to be turning our attention to designing the Phase 2 water main expansions, and will also continue to work towards negotiating with the Mississaugas of the New Credit to allow the Six Nations community members to connect to the water main that goes through their community. This water main extension is a game changer for the community as a whole, as it will enhance our community's fire protection, and it will also present more housing and economic development opportunities both now and in the 7 generations to come. The construction of the access road to the planned 95 housing development unit and the Six Nations Public Library and Archival Repository building, which is going to be across from the Village Cafe. The construction of that road has resumed. And when the water main tie-in at 4th Line occurs for this development, everyone east of the Village Cafe will have to be without water service for a short period of time. We will send out direct letters, advertise on the radio stations, and post an announcement on www.sixnations.ca in advance so community members can prepare. The construction of the housing units will begin at the end of April and is scheduled to be completed by November 2018. Lanka Construction has been awarded this project and will be reaching out to GREAT for local labor as the project progresses. So if you're interested, please get your resume into GREAT as soon as possible. We are continuing to advocate with the Ministry of Transportation and Indigenous Services Canada to secure funding to rehabilitate 2 bridges this summer or fall. They are Bridge number 7, which is located on Chiefswood Road between 3rd and 4th Line, and Bridge number 15, which is located on Onondaga Road between 2nd and 3rd Line. Once we do move ahead with work on these bridges, it will result in prolonged road closures in these areas. Also, due to ongoing concerns from the community, we have opened up discussions with Brant County on installing turning lanes on Chiefswood Road at the intersection of Highway 54. We are also happy to announce that the elected council has secured $658,495 from the Indigenous Services Canada to complete various projects throughout the 5 federally owned schools. The community can expect to see this work being completed throughout the year, and we will work with the principals and faculty to ensure that educational time is not disrupted. The landfill site is now on summer hours, which means that it will be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., with the gates closing at 5:15 p.m. Our next household hazardous waste event is scheduled for June 2nd at the Six Nations landfill site. Please plan to bring any stored household hazardous waste to this event for safe removal from the territory. For more information on how to safely store household hazardous waste in the meantime and other household hazardous waste disposal options, please visit www.sixnations.ca. The Six Nations Elected Council is proud to say that we have brought in more than $100,000 from the Blue Box Fund to date to support AW First Nations recycling and their efforts to increase waste diversion, which has resulted in over 1 million pounds of recyclable material being diverted from the Six Nations landfill site in 2017. So thank you all very much, and please keep recycling. Council has also secured $3 million from Indigenous Services Canada to close the existing landfill site and to build a transfer station, and we are striving to have this project completed by March 31st, 2019. The Woodland Cultural Centre is working on completing long overdue renovations and repairs at the former residential school, such as roof replacement and other required building repairs to preserve the building and to save the evidence. This is part of the Save the Evidence campaign. Phase 1 of the work involved roof replacement and structural work, which is almost complete. Phase 2 work, which involves mechanical and electrical work, is now underway. The contractor is Ultimate Construction, and they have been asked to look to GREAT to hire local labourers and tradespeople, so please again ensure that GREAT has your resumes. The elected council has also successfully secured $333,000 of capital funding from Indigenous Services Canada that has been owed to us since 2016. We will be putting this capital funding toward getting a new pumper truck for our fire department. And Nyawa to the Six Nations Community Development Trust Fund for approving our application for $160,000 to complete overcoating of the water tower in 2018. So you can expect to see some activity on the water tower this summer. We have heard some complaints about the lines painting and especially in the village. So just want to let you know that line painting, dust control, and sweeping are scheduled to be completed in May. We ensure that we collaborate with as with the surrounding municipalities so that the specifications and quality line paint that is applied to our roads is the same as they use. The only difference is that we only paint our lines once per year due to budget restrictions, while surrounding municipalities often repaint their lines multiple times throughout the year. Despite this, we are currently looking at measures to ensure that the main intersection of Ohsweken is properly marked year-round. We do have 4 road sections planned for resurfacing this summer, and they are Road 134, which is second line between Chiefswood Road and Tuscarora Road, Road 137, which is second line between Cayuga Road and Highway 6, and Road 167, which is fifth line between Cayuga Road and Highway 6, and lastly Road 233, Seneca Road between 2nd and 3rd line.